You can refer your book, note or book, whatever you want.
I'll be doing the basic applications of trigonometry, one sum that doctor showed us how to do. So I'll just be doing that.
Don't mention doctor, mention the full name, because this is going to be on YouTube. I am not there in the picture at all, right? So anything when you speak the complete. Okay, understood? See, we have a normal tendency to make some short forms and all that. Not applicable in any of the platforms. In your textbook you will not see. You will see full, correct? First time. Second time you will see the first paragraph full name. Second paragraph, he is, her, all that can be used.
So I'll be doing a sum that DrTPS showed us how to do about how to measure the length of a tower, that light tower that we saw that day. So I'll just be doing that. We were standing at the parapet. So suppose we are standing here and this is the tower. So this becomes a point of observation. So if I connect this here, this is 90 degrees because the tower is standing perpendicular. So it is 90 degrees, and this distance we were told to take approximate. So approximately the distance from here to the tower is approximately 420 or 430 meters. So approximately we take this distance as 420 meters. So DrTPS also taught us how to measure the angle. So when we measured the angle, how much did we get? 30. The angle was 30. So I'll just connect it here. This angle is 30. So with applications of trigonometry, we know if we have one angle and one side, we can find the height. So suppose I name this triangle AOB. We can find AB, the height of the tower. So using applications of trigonometry, we'll find the height of the tower. So we have, this is theta. So we have opposite side and we have adjacent side. So with opposite and adjacent, what can we find? Tan. So tan 30 is equal to opposite upon adjacent. Opposite upon adjacent. So tan 30 is what? Trigonometry. So 1 upon root 3 is equal to opposite side we don't know. So we'll call the opposite side x. Okay. So that will be x by 420. Now we'll take this 420 this side. So it will be 1 into 420 upon root 3 is equal to x. So 1 into 420 is 420. Now we'll rationalize this. So to rationalize, we are going to multiply it by the denominator. So 420 upon root 3 is equal to root 3 by root 3. So rationalize. So is equal to x. So this will be 420 root 3. This when you multiply the root sign cancels, so it will become upon 3 is equal to x. 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 3. So 140 root 3 is equal to x. We can leave it this way or we can find the root also. So root 3 is 1.732. You all are finding root 3. We can leave it this way also, or we can say 140 into 1 point. Yeah, so root 3 value is 1.73. So we'll multiply. You all can multiply. Tell me. this and the angle. Doctor taught us how to find the angle. Like that we can find the angle and we can approximately take the measurement of the base. That's how we can find the height of any object. Thank you.
You write what is the square root of 25? Right? I know it is 5. I asked you to write, right? Write on the top. Clean it up. Square root of 26.
So I can find.
It's 5.1. Approximate. Right? You write approximate. It's approximately. No, generally approximate you don't write 2 dash. Do you know how do you write approximate in mathematics? It's not equal, it's approximate, right? It's 5.1. Root 27. 5.1. 5.1. 5.1 to 5.1. Right? 5.1. Root of 27, 5.2. Root of 28, 5.3. Easy? Find the difference, put as dot. That's the answer. A lot of tricks in maths. Mathematics is easy for people who learn the trick. Just because you are telling some root, then I thought, yes, I should tell you this. Identify one, write it down, and then look at it. You will see some sequence in which, it follows this rule. Understood? It becomes easy for you. So identify the neighboring perfect square. See the difference between those numbers, put as decimal. Look at the different numbers and then observe it. Then you will realize, this is how it comes. Mathematics is always observation. Got it? So you should call somebody.
DrTPS and followers will help me to succeed in my life. So I'm not going to teach you anything, but whatever I have learned in these sessions, I will just tell you. I'm sure whatever DrTPS has taught us will help us to succeed in our life. And somewhere it gave us idea how to go in our life. So the very first thing what I learned is solving problem is not difficult. But if you know the tricks, you can know how to solve the problem. And with the same thing, I also studied every moment, keep learning. Every moment. If you learn every moment, yes, it will be useful for you. If you struggle now, you will be a better person or a better personality in future. So, in order, every moment keep learning means that when it happened, why it happened, how did it happen, and why did it happen. If you have these 4 things, yes, you can definitely succeed in life. And everything includes EMF, electromagnetic field, which is very, very important. Everything includes that. Also, we came to know that 3 is stable, 4 is not stable. That's the reason everything, even a board stand has 3 means that it is constant. 3 is constant. We also studied that all 300 atoms put together, we can see 1 atom. Wherever we see. And the space inside the electrons is more than the space between the atoms is more than electrons and neutrons. So I also studied that to learn history relating with your family, your birthdays, and that's how it's easy to remember history. No biology goes without physics. Every doctor uses physics. And everything is related. So learn maths as a language, not as a subject. Yeah, thank you. Parents.
What was the name of the first person?
Soraya.
Who is that? What's the name?
Soraya. SORAIH. Soraya.
You.
Sachi. SACHI.
S-A?
CHI.
And what do you pronounce it? How do you? Sachi. What does it mean?
Enjoyment.
And you?
Karen. Karen. CARYN.
Yeah, continue.
So I'm going to teach momentum as how DrTPS taught us yesterday. So basically the formula of momentum is P equals to m upon v, where m represents the mass, m into v, where m represents the mass and v represents the velocity of the object. So if we have a truck and we have a car, so basically the mass of the truck is more than the mass of the car. If they are stationary and has no velocity in them, but they have the mass, if they are near one another, if this is the truck and this is the car, they are together, but there won't be any momentum because the velocity is 0. So any number that is multiplied by 0 will give you 0, so there will be no momentum. If they were in motion, as for example the truck was 100 kilometer per hour and the car was with 30 kilometer per hour, and if they dash together, there will be a very big impact on them. Most probably the car will be damaged a lot than the truck, because the truck has a more mass than the car, and also it had more velocity than the car, so the car will be damaged the most than the truck. Basically down the momentum depends upon the mass of the object as well as the velocity. So when we have the velocity more and the mass we have less. Still there will be a large impact, as if we take a bullet which is fired from a gun and it hits a man or anyone, it will go into the body of the man or whoever is there, because the velocity is more and the mass is less. If we had the mass the more and the velocity is less, then for example the truck and object is there. So since the truck has more mass than the object, for example a human being, so if the truck hits the man, the truck will go over the man and he will be down. That means the truck will not go through him, but it will cross it, because the mass is more than the truck. The mass is more of the truck than the man. So now for example, if the velocity is equal to 0 and the mass equals to 10, then the momentum will be 0. The same way it goes for the reverse also. If the mass of any object is 0, but it has a velocity, still it will turn to 0. Thank you.
What's your name is it? Yeah?
Karen.
Spell it.
C-A-R-Y-N.
Did I tell you about Arizona one place? Which contest? Yes, I guess I told. Which contest? Did I tell you about Arizona? No. I remember I told. Did I tell about London Bridge is falling down?
Yes.
And it is taken to Arizona? There is a great lady with your name in Arizona. And she is the most famous YouTuber.
Same with my name.
Spell it?
C-A-R-Y-N.
Yeah, C-A-R-Y, Carrion. She is from Arizona, so type Carrion, YouTube. And that is not important. The importance is she is the first Carrion AI, artificial intelligence. She has so much of request for interview, and she created a parallel AI. Not she, the virtual lady will answer all the questions now. So the first AI influencer in the world is in your name. Okay.
Dr. Patel said.
You should always keep researching on your name. I didn't. It was. Yeah. Did you call somebody else?
Hello everyone.
What's your name?
My name is Heba.
Spell it.
H-E-B-A.
Heba.
So today I'm going to talk about atoms and molecules. Okay. So basically, as DrTPS told us, atoms are the smallest particles, okay, which make up the matter around us. Atoms are present in solids, liquids, and gases. So I'm going to use a bold much, I'll just say. Atoms in liquids are not compressed as they are compressed in solids. Okay? Atoms are the most compressed in solids, less compressed in liquids, and they are not compressed at all in gases. They are free to move in gases. DrTPS also told us that the name for atoms in Sanskrit is Parmanu. And and he also told us that if we want to see an atom in the liquid, we need to pass light through water. We can see some particles in there. So those are atoms. And 300 atoms together make one atom. What we can see. And also our hair, when we cut our hair along with the bead, our hair is so very fine. So when we cut it, when we cut it with the bead of our hair, we cannot see the cut particle, as the atoms what we see are so fine. Okay, so this was my explanation. So thank you. Call upon Natasha.
So I'm also going to continue with what Heba told about atoms. Atoms are the very smallest particle, and it was discovered by an Indian philosopher whose name is Kanan. And later it was discovered by another philosopher whose name is John Dalton. He said that atoms are the very smallest particles and it cannot be destroyed or created in a chemical reaction. Inside the atoms, it is like a solar system. One nucleus is there, and around the nucleus all the electrons move in orbits. Atoms are found everywhere in every material, and if you turn off the lights in a room, in a dark room, and if you just pass if you pass a beam through the dark room, you can see the atoms over there. Particles, which are the atoms?
It's already told, right? What somebody said, don't repeat.
But she told about the water.
Okay, that's different.
And what DrTPS told is 300 atoms are called Zaha.
Rajaha. Raja. In Sanskrit you add ha, when it ends with a, when it ends with e, he will be added.
So I'm done.
So my topic is about easy tricks to learn numbers ending with 5. The square of number ending with 5. So I'll take the number 85. I take 8 first. You have to take 8 and then multiply 8 plus 1. And same goes with 5. But you have to multiply 5 into 5. So 8 into 8 plus 1 is 9. 5 into 5 is 25. So 8 nines are 72 and 25. So this is the square of 85.
What is the square of 23? Write 23 square. Square I said, not square root. You were doing square or square root? 3 square 9. You write at the extreme right. Write at the first digit place 9. Then multiply 2 and 3. How much? Don't write it there. 6. Multiply by 2. Write 2, balance 1. 2 square is 4. 4 plus 1, 5. That's what you have done. 20 plus 3 whole square is? Yes, a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Same formula. Are you getting? A plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So 23 square is, I am writing b square first 9, 2 into a into b, 6 into 12, balance 1, 2 square plus 1, 5. So all the squares, any number you can do like this.
All the squares works.
Any square it works. And now assume 25 into 24 you have to do. You know already 25 square is 625 minus 1. 25 multiplied by 25 is 625. So 1 minus 25, no? So it's more logic. So don't think that when I taught you 25 by 25, it's only for 25 by 25. If somebody asks you 25 into 26, 625 plus another one more 25, 650, immediately answer should come. So mathematics is always thinking and logic. The more logic you have, more presence of mind, you will do much better. Call somebody else. It's your job.
Emily.
What's your name, is it?
Aishka. I-Y-E-S-H-K.
Aisha. Aisha or Aishka?
Aishka.
K-A.
K.
I think, yes, I don't know whether I told you or did I tell you difference between two numbers, multiple of 9? See, for example, you have 72 minus 27. If the number becomes reversed like this, find the difference, multiply by 9. That's answer. Difference between two numbers, 5, multiply by 9. 45, that's answer. 64 into 46. No, 64 minus 46. Difference is 2, 18 is that. 2 into 9. Only when the number is different. Reverse. Now assume that it becomes 45. What do? You know plus 1. Correct? Or minus 1. Do it accordingly, whatever. So it's all trick. Yeah. Someone? Who came? I just came in middle.
I'll be explaining a little part of chemical reaction.
What's your name?
My name is Emily, Emely.
Emily.
So I'll be explaining a little part of chemical reactions. I'll be explaining the differentiation between composition and decomposition reaction. In composition reaction, in a combination reaction, a single product is formed from two or more reactants, and a decomposition reactant, a single reactant breaks down to give two or more substances. Like for example, in a combination reaction, calcium oxide reacts with water to give you calcium hydroxide, and in a decomposition reaction, it's the opposite. Water breaks down to give you hydrogen and oxygen. In a similar way, like in a displacement reaction, a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element, and in a double displacement reaction, the exchange of ions between the reactants. So I will close my talk.
You have to call somebody else.
I would like to call Fedora. Calling someone.
I will be talking about Union Legislative. The Union Legislative in India is called Parliament. The legislative is taken from the Latin word lex, which means different kind of legal.
Hold your mic little closer always.
There are two models in legislative structure. The first one is parliamentary and the second is presidential. Our country, India, has adopted the parliamentary system. The parliamentary of India consists of the president and the two houses. That is the lower house and the upper house, which is the lower house is the Lok Sabha and the upper house is the Rajya Sabha. The president can nominate 12 members to the Rajya Sabha and the president can nominate 2 members to the Lok Sabha.
Can you tell me somebody who was nominated by president in the present Sabha? See, naturally, for a good student, the question should be, oh, president can nominate. When you read that, a question should come. Who is that person? Find out. There is a great lady who is nominated. She is the president of India. I am saying the present one great lady from India is nominated, and so many, earlier also many were nominated. Amitabh Bachchan's wife is nominated. Kasturi Rangan, ISRO chairman, was nominated by president. Now Infosys, do you know who is Infosys started? That also you don't. His wife is Narayana Murthy. His wife is a famous lady in India. Yeah, she is a member now, nominated by president. Her first speech was fantastic. See, what you should have is, it is not again your fault. You have not been told like this. In the class you will learn. This is how you relate to the present day. Social science is not to learn and then write an exam and get marks. It is to feel for the country. It is to get to know what is happening in your country. Understood? And listen to sometime at least what is happening in the parliament. Then you will know the highlights of this. The party also can nominate a lot of people. Actually, it is not president, it's party. The prime minister tells these are the people to be put. He will say yes, fine. He will sign. That's it. So in that, from film, from science and technology, great personalities are posted. Understood? It's not reading the text. It is knowing it. Knowing means you know what's happening today. It's not for her, it's for all of you. I'm sure because when I asked, none of you know, right? So it's not your problem. Continue.
The Rajya Sabha is called a government house because 1/3 of the members are elected every 2 years and they retire and a new group of members is elected. The tenure of the president is 6 years. The member of Rajya Sabha should be 30 years and he can't be a member of Rajya Sabha if he has any understanding.
What did you say? Whose term is 6 years? Indian president. Who is the Rajya Sabha president? Is there a president for Rajya Sabha? And who is the chairman of Rajya Sabha? Vice president. That's why I asked you, best thing to learn civics is not reading. Make a drama. Your class should form a sabha. And you say I am the chairman and I am also the vice president. You should tell 2 times. Everybody will remember. Now I am telling you, I am sure I am using those words very carefully, slowly. Don't finish. That's why I told you, don't finish. That's what people do. No. Don't finish your syllabus. Don't finish reading. Don't learn by heart. Learn slowly. Realize it. When I say, oh, this is the meaning of the word. And there is a reason for Rajya Sabha member becoming 6 years. The reason is so that everybody will not go immediately once. There will be a continuity. Your papers. Safai karo.
I'm going to explain about control and coordination.
And your name?
Navya.
Navya.
The control and coordination is achieved in animals from the nervous and the muscle tissue. The different parts of the neuron are the cell body, the axon, dendrites, nerve ending.
What is the function of dendrites?
They are branches-like structures that receive messages from another neuron and allow the transmission of messages to the cell body.
Can you explain it? Can you explain how the process goes in dendrites? Dendrites.
What is that?
How the function goes in dendrites.
Hold it.
How the function goes in dendrites, the process.
How the?
Process goes in the dendrites.
In?
Dendrites. How the dendrites.
How is it going? You know what is genome? Do you know what is DNA? What is that? Goes for transferring information inside the cell. Beautiful simulations are there. I had plenty of them. Till 10. You see that once, you will never forget. By reading, you will not realize.
Sir, can you show some of them?
I have it, but I don't want to use any of the PowerPoint because it's all available on internet. Once upon a time when internet was not there, all that I used to carry. Even now I carry. Okay. All these DNA pattern and how it works. Plenty of data, TB. This contains 1 TB data, 1 terabyte. It's full of PowerPoints.
Sir, can you send that on the group?
You just Google how genome, what is it? Genome, DNA, how information goes from one cell to one cell. Now the time somebody goes to beat, immediately the information goes from here. What should I do? The leg starts moving. Got it? How is that transferred? That is through instructions that is gone. And sometimes somebody's instruction doesn't work well. So what happens during that time? I've got somebody who is very close to me, has fallen from a staircase and then immediately taken to Apollo, treated well, now he could walk. But the problem is some connections from the brain to the body has misplaced. So now what happens? Sometimes he gets shooting pain for no reason. So there is another electronic equipment which is kept. Push the button on, the pain will go. The connections. They are all for neurosciences. And understand these neuroscience for very specific reasons. It is not studied by medical science people. It's all done by physics people. So the treatment is not by medical science. One of my nephew is a neuroscience person. Studied in King's College, London, after physics BSc from Bombay. Now he is going to Italy for PhD. Got it? So you can turn into a neuroscientist by learning physics. The other day I told you the biology and chemistry of the body also changes. Instead of moving, somebody will have tension, adrenaline will go up, acidity will come, ulcer will start, lot of tension. The reason is your biochemistry is changing. Why you are getting tears? Biochemistry is changing. So how do you say don't change it? That needs some therapies. You decide yourself, I am not going to. The decision is changing your chemistry inside the body. Okay. That is called auto-suggestion.
DrTPS, I have a question. How does your body, once it goes in coma, how does it come back in a normal situation?
From coma.
Yeah.
Coma is a stuck, not a death, right? After death you can't come back. So the prana is the breathing. Actually while sleeping, what is working in you? Breathing only? Only heart?
The internal parts of the body.
Which internal part works maximum?
Brain.
One is heart, that already told. Earth, air happens. Then digestive system and respiratory system, two systems works. If digestive system doesn't work, finished. Whatever you eat in the evening, morning you will not feel hungry. So two systems work all the time. One is respiratory system, second one is digestive system, for which you need not do any exercise. But today many people teach you, you want to take a good breath, run. You want to make a lot of physics, run. Totally wrong. digestion, your body is not built by DrTPS. Don't even go for walking. I am staying there. From there it's only 7 minutes walk to the beach. I did not go for last one. I am not going to go. I only do one job, that's teaching. See, the problem is when you are stuck, there is some connections which are gone, and mostly it is neuro. Coma means you are seeing, eyes are open but not closing. You are not able to talk. That means indriyas are not working. Even if you touch it, they don't know. So all the indriyas are not connected to the brain a lot. How do your computer get stuck? It's a software. Computer is on but software is not working. So coma is a software problem. And software is your mind, manas. Manas is not active. What is indriya is getting information, it's not getting processed. So I am seeing you but I can't recognize. I am hearing something, I am not able to. All your indriyas are not connected to the brain, it is connected to the manas. Manas is? No. It is not in heart, it is not in brain, it is the software in each part of your body. When somebody is hitting, your pain is here, but not here, not here. Correct? The pain is a feeling. That means the cell has feeling. Previously I was telling you should know the DNA pattern, right? It's only the physical pattern is called DNA. But there is something which is not explained by science, that's called consciousness. So most important in each one of us is consciousness.
Can the person see what is happening in the surrounding?
Everything he will see but not processing. That happens to you also. You will see something but you are not processing. Many times you have seen that board but you have not processed it. Actually you are in a coma. Understood? But you start processing, that means you are conscious. The word comes from conscious. What is coma? An unconscious state. Correct? Now you understood. An unconscious state is called a coma, and you can become conscious. A deep sleep is mostly like an unconscious state. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. There are only 3 states. Jagrat, lively state. I am in a Jagrat state. Some people are in the class but they are not in the Jagrat. Swapna, they keep thinking something else. Dreaming state. Before deep sleep, when you go to bed, first you go to Swapna. That is where you get Swapna is dream. So you get a dream. Everybody dreams. Unless you jump from Jagrat to Sushupti. Straight to deep sleep. If you are deep sleep, you need only 2 hours, 3 hours. But what do is before getting sleep, you go to bed. So it takes some time. So that time is Swapna. That means you are able to visualize. In coma state, you don't even visualize. You cannot have dreams. You are not living. So it's deep sleep style. Only 2 things works. Respiratory and digestive. Fine? But then after some time, like from the deep sleep you wake up, from coma you can wake. Got it? So it could be a long state sometimes. And some people get into that state knowing. That is called samadhi. I can see you but I can't process. I can be like that. I can be here in a street, no sound will come to my ear. That is what is called a meditation, real meditation. So that time what happens? Processing doesn't happen. Therefore your brain also will not vibrate. Suppose if I connect a electroencephalograph, EEG, it's called electroencephalograph. To know whether your brain is working or not. So I have been put with the electroencephalograph while giving lectures like this. I have been tested and found that DrTPS brain doesn't work when I am lecturing. Because I am not using my buddhi. It comes from my heart. It comes from my atma. That is why even if anything which is used by brain, you become tired after some time. That is why you do like this. Understood? When you are using your brain, when you see your mother, you will think, this is my mother. You do like that. Why? You can recognize without thinking, right? Do you think your mother makes chapati? They take an instrument box, draw a circle and put atta inside that and then make it? When you go back home, will you think, is it my house? Or is this my house? Who takes you there? Not the brain, not the heart, your legs have consciousness. You understood? That's why somebody is fully drunk. You put him on the road, he will reach his house or some neighbor's house where he will have lover. It is driven there because it's not the brain, it is not the buddhi, it is not the intelligence which carries knowledge. A singer's song doesn't come by thinking. A driver's driving doesn't come by thinking. A person walking doesn't come by thinking. A mother is cooking, put tea powder, sugar, by measuring it, just comes exactly, it becomes same. That is the consciousness. Everything easily you can do in your life, that means you are a meditative person. Atmiya Purusha. He is called the Paramatma. Okay, so that stage also is almost like a coma state. Because he is seeing, I am not seeing, I am hearing, but I am not hearing. Even if 10 people die in front of me, I don't even cry. No feelings. All that is gone. Because I have seen a lot of people. Many of my relatives died in my path. I used to carry them. I am from a small village. I have seen a lot of death, lot of accidents. So many times I died. So death is not a great thing for me. Living is more great. Got it? So it's like a numb state, right? So in numb state, whatever you do is not with your brain. So there is no vibration. Electroencephalograph, EEG. So a lot of people will say, I am a meditation master, I teach meditation. We invite them, come, let us test your EEG. But then we have seen they vibrate like this. So actually they are not meditating. What are they doing? They are thinking about when this will be over. They will say, I will meditate 10 minutes and come. In meditation there is no time tag. You know 10 minutes means you are not in meditation. A coma person cannot tell, I will come back after 5 minutes and I will go for coma. Is it possible? A deep sleep person cannot tell, I will finish my sleep in 20 minutes and then come. The deep sleep is as he wakes up, sleep is over. That is deep sleep. If you are aware that after 5 minutes I am going to wake up, that means you are not in deep sleep. Got it? There is a biological clock inside, another one works. Even if your phone is switched off, as soon as you switch on, the present time it is shown. That means there is a clock working inside. So each one of us have got a biological clock. You consciously decide 6 o'clock I want to wake up, exactly 6 o'clock you will wake up. Consciously. That's important. No alarm is required. Got it? So generally if I keep an alarm at 5:30, 5:25 to 5:28 I wake up. Before the alarm comes. Because it's internally programmed. So conscious level you cannot program because it got stuck. It's like a computer got stuck. So what is stuck in for a coma people? The software is wrong. Some virus in the software. That's what happened. Okay, like a computer we have input output devices and there is a hard disk. Hard disk is not what is RAM and ROM. You heard this? The software access memory, that is RAM. What is stored inside is only hardware. Understood? So now I will tell you pizza. Pizza was not in your eyes, but the time I said pizza, what happened? You heard, that means one indriya, one sensory organ worked. Immediately the other sensory organ, the last pizza you had, that came into your brain. Where was it? It was in your brain, not in the heart. But it downloaded, shown in the software, came to your other indriya. Now the smell of the pizza will come to you, if you think. Then the taste of the pizza will come. Understood? So all the indriyas are connected through the software which is called consciousness. Assume you are not conscious, you don't know what is a pizza. What will happen? Now you know uttapam, you know pizza, you know kisapus. You don't know what is kisapus. Okay, there is nothing like that in the book. Why the picture did not come? Uttapam means picture came. Pizza means picture came. But what did I say? Kisapus picture did not come because there is nothing in the world. Now I will tell you how to make a kisapus. Okay. You take the rice atta which is like an uttapam, but put all the cheese, everything on top of it, and then make a topi there and put all the decorations. Are you doing it? And it will look almost like a pizza, but it is a dosha. You all made it because you know all the items. But if I tell this to a Chinese fellow, pizza he will understand. Dosha means it's like kisapus for you, dosha for him. He will ask what is it? Because you don't know. So all the indriyas collects information, put it in the brain, accepts when we want. Other indriya starts function when you hear another indriya. In a coma state, downloading from the brain also will not happen because software is not working.
DrTPS, if you are in a sleep and suddenly why do we get up?
2-3 reasons. A shock in a dream can make you to wake up. But that means you are not in deep sleep. Most of us think that I am in deep sleep, but you are not. Deep sleep happens only very small time. That is why I can sleep only 2 hours. When children come for camp, like your age, 10 people come and stay with me for 10-15 days, then I will be lying down because you cannot stay in the same style for 24 hours. You will need a horizontal position so that you will become not tired. So I will lie down. But children will come and sit on all the sides, keep asking questions like this. 10 days I don't sleep. Nothing happens to me. Understood? But I am not tired because I am not in the conscious state. I am answering without straining my brain. So when you are in deep sleep, what happens? Your brain is also at rest, heart is also at rest, consciousness is not there, you are unconscious. So how do you make somebody unconscious to conscious? When somebody, there is a first aid training which we generally give to children. Suppose somebody you have seen fallen with totally unconscious. What do you do to wake them up? Sprinkle water, also not getting up. What do you do? This is where you should beat. Because all the indriyas are in the face, not anywhere else. Eye, nose, ear, one of them works, the rest of them will work fast. Understood? And second one, how do you really test they are really conscious? Best method is to ask the name. They are able to speak, that means we can make them to escape. Got it? So there is different steps for making them from conscious to unconscious to conscious. Same way from sleep. Suppose somebody is deep sleep, pretending deep sleep, you ask what's your name. They tell the name, they will automatically tell their name. Finish, that means they are pretending that they are sleeping. And that bhavam of pretending of sleep is called Tushni Bhava. Tushni Bhava. And most of you are in Tushni Bhava. You are pretending that you are not living. That is what Vivekananda said. The biggest curse for Indian people are, that's why he is called the power of youth. Youth Day, January 12th, Vivekananda's birthday. That is because he was the power of youth. And he told only one problem in India, that is Tushni Bhava. People are not energetic. They are not smart. They are not instantaneous. They don't have courage. They don't have the muscle power. All this is required. You are still living in a different world. I taught in a Vivekananda Institute for Human Excellence. Vivekananda Institute for Human Excellence, VIHE, in Hyderabad. That was my first few lectures. You can see audio is not very clear, but I have recorded those days also audio, no video. Vivekananda Institute for Human Excellence, power of positive thinking, personality development, communication skills, so many lectures, exactly 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. So Vivekananda was the power of youth, where they want everybody to be Uttishtada Jagrata. What he says? Uttishtada means wake up. Don't become unconscious. Don't become in sleep. Uttishtada. So how do you wake up from sleep? Uttishtada. Jagrata. Be conscious. Be presence of mind. Now I will tell you, assume tomorrow there is a VVIP coming. And you have to give the welcome speech. Will you get sleep today? So why are you sleeping? Because you don't have great job to do. Understood? If you are sleeping more, that means you don't do great jobs in your life. So there are many ways of getting out of sleep. Great job. Tomorrow I want to do something great. And you will not become tired. Don't worry. You will not become tired. There is a great party in the house. Do you think you sleep as you are sleeping all these days? Why are you sleeping more? Because you don't have much things to study in your life. I am eager to study. I will not get sleep.
Thank you. I'll call Emily.
DrTPS, how do we get dreams?
Dreams are unsatisfied desires. Understood? Somewhere there is a desire, I want to jump from one tree to another tree. You have seen a monkey jumping. You also wish, that's a desire. Wish is a desire. I want to jump like a monkey. What will happen? That day night you may not see monkey jumping. That means you may see jumping from one side of the house to the other side of the house. Understood? Sometimes you will see you are flying in the air, going along with the cloud. All these are unsatisfied desires. And what happens in dream? You have seen a kangaroo and you have seen an elephant. They match and mix together. You may see a kangaroo with the elephants. You will not see anything in dream which you have not seen in your life. That seeing can be not necessarily seeing with your eyes, which when reading you imagined something. Or you are seeing but you are not noticed. That also can come in your.
It's like it's stored in some part of the brain.
It is stored in your brain, which is not the first memory. It is the second memory in which so many process happens, which you will pick it up.
DrTPS, but sometimes you get bad dreams which have already you've experienced in the past.
Definitely it happened in the past, so you dreamt about it, right? That's what I said, it happened. But for some people what happens is they will see what is going to happen. I have seen my father dying before the death happened. I had a dream that my father died, and then I told my mother, father had an accident, he died, and he was in a different village. So somebody was, those days there is no telephone, somebody was sent physically to check whether something happened to him. So he said, yes, I am coming. So he came along with that. He took me, and while going back, met with an accident. So sometimes What is going to happen also can be in your dream. But you don't know whether it's going to happen. Understood? So dream, generally what dream happens, I was talking about general things. Generally the dream is this. Now assume today all of you got a chance to come and speak here. I did not pick up, you only picked up, right? You didn't come. But today night you can dream. I went to the... Understood? Because you have a desire, but what stops you? Some inhibition. Something is stopping you. And you don't get this chance in your life again. This is the last chance. Every moment is a last chance in life. Understand? That moment will never come back to. Will it come? Every moment is a last chance. If you don't use it, I write a lot of quotations. If you don't use it, you lost your life there. Right? She could come and stand here and speak. This is a moment. And life is filled with a number of such moments which you can fill in your life. Life is, how many such moments are there in your life where you can remember? One day will come when we cannot be mobile. One day will come when we will be in ICU. But then you can remember all what happened in my life. And such, how many number of moments you can have. That makes your life richer. If you cannot have such a lot of moments in life, life is a tragedy. So create moments. What is life? Creating moments is life. And how many such successful moments you have, the succession of successes is success. Quote from DrTPS. Succession of successes is success. Oh, you got first rank in 10th class, not great. You should also get in 12th. Succession of successes is success. Suppose if I climb on top of a mountain, I feel, oh, I am great, I got top of the mountain. But when you reach on top of the mountain, only you will see there is another mountain. Suppose if I go in summer, then only I will realize, oh, in winter how it will. It will be full of snow. It's entirely different. Climate is different. I have gone to Kailash only in June. But if I can go in December, that's great. Look at DrTPS Everest. Last year I went to Everest Base Camp. That's because recently the National Movie Awards, Unchai got an award. Unchai, the movie name is Unchai. Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, that's a beautiful movie, Amitabh Bachchan. So you should see how Amitabh Bachchan talks. So when Amitabh Bachchan is going there, I felt, why not? I should also go. So next chance I got, went into Everest Base Camp. Felt where Amitabh Bachchan went, right? So when you see a movie, the desire comes. And if I cannot afford it, I cannot go there, what will happen? Comes in mind. You can see DrTPS being interviewed, Amitabh Bachchan sitting on the floor. Al Jazeera TV was interviewing me in Muscat. So when his movie comes, like, yeah, I feel, yeah, I should go. So physically create when you can physically create. Emotionally create when you can emotionally create. Intellectually learn as much as you can when you can really learn. Life goes like that.
DrTPS, as you told yesterday, when you went on Kailash, people start bleeding from ears, nose and all. So why does it happen in cold places?
Anybody can repeat what she said? I couldn't catch.
Usually when you went to Kailash, as you told yesterday, you said that many people start bleeding from nose and ears.
Everybody, I also.
So why does it happen?
Pressure. See the oxygen in the air. How much percentage here in Goa? In the air, how much percentage of oxygen? What are you breathing? What are you breathing? You are breathing air only. There is no filter there which will take only oxygen inside. You will see lot of sannyasis speaking this blunder. When I meet them, I scold them. learn at least chemistry in your 7th class, I will tell you. It's not oxygen, you are breathing air. Once inside that goes, it is 20% average. If it is more polluted, it will become 16%, 4% difference. Carbon dioxide, 0.04%. See, these are all chemistry which you learned in 7th or 8th. When after 10th class, when you get holidays, read your 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th books again. Then you will become knowledgeable. All these are required when you go for graduation. Okay, luckily I did not study in those days, so I started reading that after my masters. So it's still in my memory, much better. 0.04% carbon dioxide. And once it goes inside, there is a lot of pollution. Inside our body, there is a lot of pollution. So what will happen? It starts, chemical reactions will happen, and carbon dioxide will be the pollution which absorbed in the air. Oxygen is supplied there, carbon dioxide is produced there, and many chemistry changes, but major changes, oxygen 20% will become 16%, carbon dioxide 0.04 will become 4.04% or 4.4%. That is why we keep saying, take oxygen inside, carbon dioxide outside. Inhale and exhale. Oxygen inside. No, air inside. But more oxygen. Exhale with more carbon dioxide. So is it bad? We are polluting the world. All of you are polluting the world. Carbon dioxide out. No. When you put carbon dioxide out, immediately that leaf will be happy. I am getting my carbon dioxide. You understood? So no carbon dioxide is a pollution. You have learned in your lot of play you will make and write there pollution more. Carbon dioxide is more. Wrong. More carbon dioxide, more plants will come. What is being taught in your classrooms by environment science, chemistry are not really right. That is because America dictates what we should teach here. And then they have a politics. Check all the vehicles, pollution free. Tell me, show me one vehicle which did not get a certificate. Everybody gets. So what is being done? Money is being collected, that's it. You understood? So that's a politics. So carbon dioxide is what we produce. Once it goes out, it's useful. That is what is entropy. Energy is balanced everywhere. Uniform everywhere. Everything is taken care of by God.
But if the plants are cut down and trees are cut down, then it's a problem.
But not many are cut down. We have got more plants. See, one mango tree has got how many mangoes? Many nuts will fall, all of them will grow, right? So even if you cut the mother tree, there is no problem. But only thing you should allow them to grow. Cutting is not a problem. Each paper what you are using is a tree cut. Do you think you should not use it? Do you think you should not have buildings? Don't you want this classroom? So development is not the problem. We are not planting. When I was a director of an executive director of a college, I planted 5,000 hibiscus plants. I have planted as many number of trees as probably uncountable in my house. Look at my house in Kannur, you will see beautiful trees. Huge trees which I planted when I was in life. Understood? So we can plant, we have to plant. Cutting is not a problem because we have to develop. Every cloth, industry, every item which we use, we need a lot of development. Development is must. But there has to be plantations happening in different ways. And all these are not controlling what is the weather. Weather is only a short term. Somebody said global warming is coming, no rain here. But this year, last year, rain is more. Understood? Is it because somebody planted a tree last year and today it started raining? No. Earth has its own entropy. Balancing of energy. Distributing it normally. But we don't know how is it happening. That's all. So air, taking care of that, balancing, pollution, carbon dioxide, all these have to be understood very carefully in a different style. So I am not a person who advocates global warming. That if you want to understand, you know why global warming became famous? People started celebrating, making lot of seminars, scientists started talking, so many masters program in global warming. All this because one ex-president of America called Al Gore, his name is Al Gore, Algore. He produced a movie just because he made a movie. The movie name is The Inconvenient Truth. Don't write, you are brilliant. You will remember all this. Tak, 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 tak. You should write, copy from something. Okay. The Inconvenient Truth. That said, world is going to be hot, hotter, hotter. Everybody started making it as a big noise. American and one of the Indian scientists also. His name I don't want to tell because he was defamed afterwards for many problems. Once you get a Nobel, they got Nobel Prize for this. Once you get a Nobel Prize, nobody can take it. So still he holds Nobel Prize. But shame for India. Okay. We don't even name. His name generally not known to people. And then another movie came from British people, The Great Global Warming Swindle, SWINDLE. The Great Global Warming Swindle. Swindle means false story. What does it mean? Not the truth. The Great Global Warming Swindle. They said global warming is a false story. So you should see both on the internet. Then you will realize science is not always the truth. Politics is what is driving the science. So all this knowledge is there on the internet. But poor students, you are not Googling because you are too busy. Number one. Number two, your aim is study for exam, pass, and then sit home, become a housewife. You should have higher aims, keep learning. In the college also, I get so many calls. I keep saying, join any college, study anything, doesn't matter. Start doing open courses. Open online courses. That's called MOOC. Massive online open courses. I keep suggesting. If I see the messages, many engineering students, 100 of them, I must have sent them where to study, what to study. Forget about your college. Join any college which is in the next door. Where you can go and join them. Forget about the college status. College may be bad, teachers may be bad, system may be bad, teaching may be bad. But that is only few minutes for you to make some good friends study together with them. Rest of the time, to teach your friends, learn as much as you can. Have a friend who will learn as much as they can, they will come and teach you. Have group study. That is what I am propagating. Got it? All this happened in my house. What happened in my house with a lot of bright students? You can see a program in Hyderabad, in one of my house. Shiksha. Yes, such only you can write. Shiksha holiday program. So every holiday, students used to come and sit beside me. They're all like my children, not like me. They're all like my kids. BTech students, MBBS students, MBA students. They will come and sit with me, they will eat with me. They will spend a lot of morning, 7 o'clock they come. Maybe 10 o'clock their parents will come and pick up. Until then, the food is free in my house. They can take my wallet, go and purchase what they want, do cooking in the kitchen. We all do cooking together. I teach all of them how to make roti, how to make biryani. But it's living together, really learning together. You can see, somebody is an electrical engineer, I ask, open the switchboard. The fan is working, everything is on, I open it and then show them how to open it. Yesterday only I posted. Somebody wanted an engineer. I said 10 years back I was teaching on, and I tell which is neuter, which is space, which is how the wiring is done, identify, touch that, what you can touch, what you cannot touch, all of them I will teach. They are all electrical engineers, 4th year. Never learned in the classroom. I teach them. practically teach them. So learning is practical, not reading in the textbook what is there written, carbon dioxide, oxygen. You've seen how maths is done, right? Takes more time or less time? Answer comes like this. That's what you should. Tricks. Good enough?
Thank you, DrTPS. I'll call Sibal.
I am Sibal. I am just going to share all what I have learned from these sessions. Body is partially solid, liquid and gases. Second,
You used the word just. Did you use the word just? Tell me what is that you said? First word sentence?
body is partially
No, first sentence. I am here to
share.
just share.
I am here to share what I have.
Yeah, but I heard, did I hear just? You did not hear, right? Yeah, be very conscious. Listen. Few of you use the word, I am here just to. Generally we speak, right? Just is a very bad word. Just now I am coming is fine. I am here just to tell you means casually I am doing, not seriously. Do it very seriously.
I am here to share what I have learned from this session. Body is partially solid and liquid. Second, a house needs to be neat to be healthy and untidy to be healthy.
Good.
Blood is a non-mutant fluid. Full form of life is live in full enjoy. Life requires knowledge. Prism, when light passes through a prism, it splits light and shows 7 colors.
That is spectrometer. Actually prism is the spectrometer. Spectrometer in the center, there is a prism. Spectrometer is what measures the waves. Spectrum, different color, VibGeo, 0.4 to 0.7 micrometer. It splits light into 7 colors.
DrTPS, I have a question. Many people take sleeping tablets because they don't get sleep. Why do they take it? Why do they don't get sleep?
I don't think many people take, few people take. But commonly many people take in America. I also have a bunch of sleeping tablets. Because the time I feel tata bye bye, I consume it and die. I kept it with me. Sleeping tablets make you to sleep. That is because most of the pain you cannot suffer. What do? India it is not given because America everybody can go on the across the window you can buy. In America if somebody has got a tooth pain to get an appointment of a dentist you have to wait 1 month. By the time your tooth pain will go, right? So what do they give? All the doctors will give painkillers. All painkillers here we give very mild different names. Calmol, added with painkiller becomes crocin. So small pains, crocin is good. Analgesic pains, all analgesic tablet. I worked in a pharmacy, so I know a lot of the tablet names. Fine. So it is not commonly given. Very specifically licensed doctors only can give sleeping. Somebody has depression. They have a tendency to commit suicide. You want to allow them? What do? Give sleeping tablets, sedation. All sedations are sleeping tablets. Sedative. What is it called? Sedative. So you feel drowsy. You don't have energy. Maximum energy is required if you want to commit suicide. Because lot of courage. Correct? It's not that simple. So what is essentially done? When you cannot control somebody, you want to control them, sedatives are given. Sedative is sleeping tablets, making you to become numb. Okay, so a violent person has to be made silent. Sleeping tablet. A silent person has to become violent. There are better tablets. So I think none of you require sleeping tablets. You are already sleeping. What you require is some energizing tablets. And there are energy waters. Bull water. We drink bull water when we go to Kailash. Because oxygen content is less, you feel sleepy. Breathing will not happen. When you go to Kailash, the drink what we take is energized water. The company was Bull, almost like Coca-Cola. But most of the soft drinks which have got lot of gases inside is like giving gas directly inside. That makes you energetic. That is why you see the advertisements. Okay, the best beer is made in Ireland. Guinness. The company name is Guinness. I don't drink. I have gone to the beer company to see. I don't even drink Coca-Cola and soft drinks. But I went to Coca-Cola factory in America. That day I drank 4 or 5 liters. Because there are a lot of counters. What is sold in India, what is sold in America, what is sold in Africa is entirely different. Taste is different. They manufacture according to the taste of the people. So everything I wanted to sip. By the time I finished, I found 4 or 5 liters finished. My whole life, I never drank any of the packed food, any of the cool drinks and such things I don't. But that day I drank. My life quota is over. So that gives you a lot of energy. That is why in cold places, environment is too cold, they drink alcohol. All the soldiers get alcohol ration. They are given alcohol because they have to work in the mountains places where it is too cold. You can't stay without alcohol. Western people started drinking a lot. That is why Goa, a lot of people drink because they ruled here. Portuguese, right? Actually, a place very close to equator doesn't require alcohol. That's why all the Gulf countries, they don't drink at all. But still they are active. Okay?
I would call Eliza. Sigal. I would like to call Crispy.
Okay, stop. We'll break it out. It's 10:45, right?